Today's topic: talent trees for all the epic commanders in the game. This is what you definitely need for early game success. Now we are going to use our 3-year-old account for this, just because I have all the commanders at level 60 here. So get ready, drop a like, drop a subscribe, and let's look at the talent trees. Now we are going to start with our favorite epic commander, which is Sun Tzu. He is the most useful epic commander, first commander you should be working on. Now Sun Tzu comes with 3 challenge trees. Now this one is for open field fighting, sunset canyon, things like that, and this one is for city garrison, and then we also have one for flag garrison. Now depending on the role that you're playing with Sun Tzu, you can choose one of them. I normally keep him under city or field. And then moving on to the next commander, we have Hermann. Now with Hermann, this is field only. I'm not going to look at the other talent trees for Hermann because he's good for field only. Now same goes for kusunoki. As you can see, it's exactly the same talent tree for early game archers. This is pretty good. Now we are going to look at Scipio. For Scipio, should really be secondary all the time, but if you do use him as primary, this is pretty good. Now Joan of Arc, you should be using her for farming, and this is the best talent tree for farming, I guess. However, you can get a little tricky and use her for a couple of other purposes. One of them is canyon. So if you are using Joan of Arc on canyon, this is a good setup for mixed troops. And then you can also be a little cute and try to send out max siege and then try to trap farm killers with this build. This is not recommended though, only if you are feeling cute, I guess. Now with eulji, this is the talent tree that I use. I normally don't use eulji as primary. I normally use Sun Tzu, but then this is what you can use, I guess. Boudica definitely should be on barbarian talent trees only, and this is the talent tree that you have. You can use her as secondary in other cases, especially next to pelagius sometimes, and for pelagius this is a good talent tree with feral nature in it. Now moving on, lohar, very important commander for early game, and this is the barbing talent tree that I like. Now next up we got belisarius. This is his farm killing talent tree. You run around fast and kill farms and get back home. That's the only time I like belisarius, by the way. Baibars next up, same as pelagius talent tree, they're equally good as well. Osman, you can use him as a city rally commander, and that's the talent tree for that. Recommended not to, but if you really need to, you can use this. However, you can use him as open field commander as well, and that's the talent tree for open field. He's better as a secondary, just like Scipio. Then we got keira. Keira is my main archer for early game, and this is the talent tree that I use, same as the other archer commanders. However, you can use this for events like ceruli and other barbarian type events that you use. This is a farming commander, and the Matilda's talent tree should be this, primarily just farming. And then we got another barbarian, diaochan, and you use that barbarian talent tree here. Now this gives more sustain during barbarian, so that's what I like. Definitely I wouldn't use her in fighting. Now you got bjorn primary. This is a good one. You can use bjorn as a secondary as well, but I like using him as primary with the talent tree. Next up, tamar is good for farming, and that's the farming talent tree that I would go with. Now we do not have any more epics, but then constance is very important for farming, especially for alliance resources, and this is the talent tree that I have on her. She is very good for collecting in alliance resources, so you definitely need to take her to level 37 at least. Now collecting ruins or running around fast for whatever reason, capturing obelisks and things like that, you can use lancelot with that talent tree, but then I actually like dragon lancer better. He's faster with that exact same talent tree. Early game you can do barbs with markswoman as well, and that's the talent tree you would be using. Now that probably covers all the commanders that we needed to talk about. Legendary commanders are a little bit different because every single scenario that you're going to use them for does create a separate talent tree. So in a future video we'll probably cover that. If you liked the video so far, definitely drop a subscribe, a like, and I'll see you in the next video.